Uh, Great question again, Shreyas. Search engine marketing. Uh, I see definitely there is a lot of potential and there has been growth. I definitely would not say that there hasn't been growth. Search engine marketing in Bahrain or in the Middle East, let's say certain places like Dubai, where we have quite some competition. Let me give you another example. Like when it comes to search engine marketing, there are it depends. It changes from industry to industry. So we do have industries which essentially need search engine marketing throughout the year, which, like you said, would be the travel and leisure, hospitality. These industries really need it throughout the year. And then you have the automotive brands which come in from time to time. So I'm not quite sure if I'll be able to find any ads for this, but normally, if there are a couple of because normally you see tough competition when it comes to automotive for search engine marketing, especially the luxury brands. So you have some real guerrilla marketing that happens here, where it's quite aggressive when it comes to things like because when you type in Audi Bahrain, you probably have Mercedes showing up right on the top. And so search engine marketing definitely has been growing because it hasn't been this way maybe 2 years ago. It has picked up, but it's at a slow and steady rate in Bahrain. But Dubai, it's at a completely different level over there. But yes, growth-wise, there definitely is a massive growth expected, and I believe that's going to be happening over this year itself, where we're going to see a quick rise because a lot of brands here in Bahrain specifically, we've seen that they've started becoming very active on the online front. We're even talking about a single shop travel agency. They probably have a website or a startup restaurant which has a seating for two tables, and they have an online presence. When it comes to online presence for them, it's going to be the social media channels, but they are very active there. So if we had to stick to your question of how do I see grow, how much of growth do I see? Definitely, highly. There is going to be quite a growth over the search engine marketing front over the coming year. I wish I would be able to give you a percentage for that, but that would be something which maybe through midway through the year I would be able to give you an assumption on what we're seeing in terms of percentage growth. Should one build on their brand keywords in search engine marketing? Absolutely, and I think we're on the right page as well, where I can show you that. Audi in Bahrain, we have Audi Bahrain showing up as the ad. I would say yes, yes, you would need to because you really have to make sure that that space is taken by you and not by one of your competitors. So I think that is quite essential to make sure that you have maximum visibility even to the people who are looking for the exact keywords. But at the same time, you might have people who are looking for luxury cars in Bahrain. You really need to have a tough competition there to be sure that you show up on those pages. But apart from that, for your keywords, be sure that you're there, else you have one of your competitors who's actually coming and taking over the space. I hope that's clear, Shreyas. What if the competitors are not bidding on your brand keywords? Yet it's always a better call to make sure that you dominate your brand keywords when it comes to Google. Whether there is an ad campaign or not, you don't really want something, because I'm sure that there are quite a website. I mean, there's nothing that I can remember of at the moment, but there are a couple of brands in Bahrain. When you type the brand name specifically in the search engine, you wouldn't see their website in the first few because there are other brands who have taken over that space. So ideally, you must, as a brand, if you've got budgets and you're actually doing search engine marketing throughout the year, it would be always better to be sure that you capture maximum space out of the first page. Because if you don't, someone else is going to. So this, for example, let me tell you, this, for example, when I type in Audi, we see that the first few rankings, and then you have Behbahani. Behbahani is the dealers for Audi in Bahrain. So they have a really good spacing, and this would take us back to the part of Google Plus local business. So you have the competitors, Porsche Center, Euro Motors, and so on. So, but apart from that, I'll come back to the topic. Audi, they've taken a good space out of this. So the first few is all about Audi. and then comes down to the others. I hope that is quite clear. Okay, we have another question. What about Talabat? Are they doing it? Talabat, let me show you that. Talabat. Yes, very much. You have Talabat right over here, right at the start, and this is being pulled from their Google Plus page because they've been there. And coming down, you have Talabat taking a massive space over here, followed by the social profile Twitter, the Play Store application, and then you have Facebook here, and then you have a couple of press releases. Well, we're right here. So I think this is about the accusation as well. So there is a press release right of the Instagram, followed by the other press releases. I guess that clears out the part about how you must make your presence on your brand keywords, especially because you don't really want your competitors showing up. In the case of Talabat, it's different because they don't really have competitors. I mean, they do, one of which is Hunger Station, again, a Bahraini brand. So they do pretty much the same thing as Talabat, but they really haven't picked up so much. But you definitely don't want to lose on a chance where you really want to do anything like that. But that's pretty much it. Shrez, I hope that's quite clear. On competitor brand keywords. Okay, all right. This is going to be quite a challenge finding that right now because this happens quite a lot. I mean, I remember a couple of times where I've seen this kind of a thing, but at this point, I would have to look for, let's say, a very good example would be Porsche. Let me try Porsche. Right, here we go. We have Audi Bahrain showing up when we have typed in for Porsche. I think this is a very good example because both the cars come in almost the same league as luxury cars. And we have the first result where Audi is showing up, followed by Porsche, which isn't right. By hook or crook, Porsche has to be right on top. Do you think so? Are you able to see this? I mean, I hope this is quite self-explanatory as well. Perfect. So I think we've pretty much covered up the part of how the competitors show up. So once again, in the second page, we have Audi Middle East as an advertising. So it is quite tough when it comes to the automotive side of marketing because we have some really crazy guerrilla kind of marketing happening here. So yes, that's about that. Any other question in this regards?